Little People, Big World fans have heart explosion over Zach Roloff's sweet fatherhood milestone. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Fans of Zach and Tori Roloff, former stars of the popular reality TV series Little People, Big World, were overwhelmed with emotion after seeing the father of three's special milestone moment with daughter Lila. Tori shared a new update on Instagram on Saturday, March 1, featuring adorable photos of Lila and Zach dressed to the nines for a daddy-daughter dance. In the first photo, Lila and her father smiled at the camera while posing outside. Lila wore a pink dress with puffed sleeves, white tights, and white shoes. She also wore a necklace and a white bow in her hair. By her side, Zach had on slacks, a white button-up and a pink tie to complement Lila's dress. The second picture was just as precious, with Lila looking up at Zach as he looked down at her with a caring expression. Lila had a pink and white corsage on her wrist while her father wore a matching boutonniere pinned to his shirt. Other photos showed Lila twirling with Zach and her older brother Jackson. "I'm a total puddle," wrote Tori. Daddy-daughter dance 2025. Layla was tickled. "I love these moments so much. There's no place I'd rather be." Fans fell in love with the family photos, with enthusiastic replies like, "You made my day with this post. Absolutely beautiful, unfathomable. I love this beyond words," and heart explosion. "Incredibly precious. These are absolutely precious pictures. Lila looks so beautiful, and that pic of them looking at each other is so special. Frame-worthy for sure," wrote a third. Someone else commented that the post literally brought tears. Jackson and her all the pictures captured pure love of daughter and dad love. Many more said that this would remain a special memory for both Zach and his daughter, while quite a few highlighted Lila's smile, calling it the prettiest and gorgeous and pure sunshine. Last February, Tori shared photos from when Lila and Zach attended their first daddy-daughter dance, with the little girl getting dolled up in a floral gown and black bow in her hair for the special event. Little People Big World fans have been wanting updates on Jackson Roloff, Lila Roloff, and Josiah Roloff since the family show was cancelled after season 25. Based on the latest updates making the rounds, the kids are back in the spotlight. So, what's the latest before Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff announced that they were leaving Little People Big World after season 25? Most fans assumed that the show would continue, with Jackson Roloff, Lila Roloff, and Josiah Roloff being the main focus. As much as Little People Big World fans got tired of Matt Roloff, Karen Chandler, Zach Roloff, and Tori Roloff, the one thing that many viewers would have still tuned in for was to watch Zach and Tori's children. However, as fans know, Zach and Tori quitting the show eventually led to it getting cancelled. So, any hopes of seeing their children grow up in future episodes were squashed. Since quitting Little People Big World, Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff have been focusing on their podcast, Raising Heights. They have used this platform to talk about their time on the TLC show, as well as other topics that are relevant to them, like living life as a family of little people. In a recent episode of the podcast, Josiah, Lila, and Jackson took over the podcast. The entire family of 5 was on hand to film a recent episode, and viewers got to see the whole family. While this was a fun episode for a lot of people to see, others called this out as desperate, too. For some time now, Little People Big World fans have called out Raising Heights for running out of topics to talk about. The way that a lot of viewers see it, Zach and Tori are milking episodes for the sake of bringing in a paycheck, often dragging things out for the sake of content. In this recent instance, with the kids taking over a recent episode, many people called out the husband and wife for exploiting their kids for content, and viewers had plenty of things to say about it. One commenter said, "Already running out of things to talk about. Putting the kids to work." Another commenter added, "No one, not even most parents, wants to listen to 30 minutes of little kids yapping. A third person chimed in, saying, "Of course they are because the parents are too lazy to get actual jobs." Another person piled on, adding, "A lot of these celebrity type of podcasters seem to believe that they are so interesting that they will have tons to talk about for years and years. But in reality, without the producers and reality show scripts, they are super boring." Zach and Tori Roloff are looking back at their time on Little People, Big World after making their official exit last year. "I don't know if we necessarily missed the show because now we're sharing our lives on our terms, which is a gift, honestly," Tori, 33, said on the Wednesday, February 5, episode of Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo's self-titled podcast. "We can kind of control the narrative of what is shown, especially with our kids being involved. We can choose what we share with them." Both Tori and Zach, 34, shared that while they don't miss the filming aspect, they do miss the connections they made behind the scenes. Zach starred on the TLC series, which premiered in 2006, alongside parents Matt and Amy and siblings Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. The show followed the family as they ran a farm together in Oregon. Zach ended up meeting Tori as they worked together on the farm. The pair tied the knot in 2015 and have since welcomed 3 children, Jackson Kyle, 7, Lila Ray, 5, and Josiah Luke, 2. In February 2024, Zach and Tori announced they were exiting Little People, Big World. While they were happy with the decision to leave, Zach acknowledged he had mixed feelings about whether he could see his family making a return to TV at some point. "It's tough too. There's these certain days where I'm like, oh man, maybe we could do it, but then instantly you remember some things that did annoy you at the time, whether valid or not, or you didn't like it," he reflected on Wednesday. "You have to remind yourself sometimes, why did we step away? And then there could be days when you wake up and have too much coffee and you're like, we could do this again." One thing Zach does not miss is doing the confessional interviews for the show. "I have a hard time when I say something and then have to repeat it, because all of a sudden it brings on a new meaning," he said. "When I say it's actually not a big deal, but now I feel like it is becoming a big deal." Tori echoed similar sentiments and explained that she struggled having to discuss conflict on the show despite resolving the matter prior.